Are you sure you got your fill of walnuts?
I've got walnuts. I have a peanut butter jelly sandwich somewhere with 2 types of breads, but then I remembered Casey brought bread. I am so hungry.
You've been eating all day.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I haven't.
All right.
I haven't
Did you
eaten
take
a
a big
single
bite?
thing.
Did you take a big bite? Yeah. Hi, I'm Javier.
And I'm Melanie.
You said you took a big bite. That's disappointing. This is Fishbowl, our weekly get-together with you guys, answering the questions that you've asked throughout the week, so that way you can sleep better, shop smarter, and live a generally healthier life, right? Mm-hmm. That's the goal of Fishbowl.
And eat better. The only thing I ate today was cantaloupe.
Oh, that's right. You haven't eaten all day, except for your walnuts and your cantaloupe. She's into walnuts right now. We'll cover that on what we learned this week. Yeah.
I'm really trying to think hard if I ate anything else. I know I made lunch, but I was so busy today, I never even got to.
It was pretty busy.
I drank a lot of caffeinated tea.
Yeah. So, cheers, and then we start the show.
I was going to cheers you with my bread.
Well, cheers
I guess
me with
I
the
could
bread.
do
All
that.
right. Cheers.
Expect a Miracle Ministry bread. This is my Jesus bread from Casey.
From Casey
It's
over
always a
Expect
good
Miracle.
day when Casey comes by. And we give our support to the Expect a Miracle Ministries up in Albuquerque.
Yep. Great
What?
guys.
Some of the milk that they use in this bread, I learned today, comes from local sources.
Ooh.
And it's milk that does not include all kinds of weird
It's
hormones and stuff.
non-GMO milk, right? Yep.
Oh, this is so good.
Yeah, I heard him when he was talking to you about it. I thought that was really cool. Yeah.
I wanted to eat even more of the bread now.
So tell me about your week. How'd it go? Because I barely saw you again this week.
I gotta stop shoving food in my mouth so we can have this show. I'm just so hungry. Okay. This week, lightning fast.
I thought it was Monday.
I don't even know what day of the month it is, and I kind of lost track of what month of the year it was.
Well, I don't blame you on that. Yeah.
I keep pulling out a calendar, and I don't even know what day it is. I think I'm going to actually have to start making marks.
Yeah.
Because it's going so lightning fast.
This week was
It's a
just
blur.
here and then gone. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't even remember this week.
Well, I do. There was a lot of people, a lot of wonderful people, a lot of wonderful people.
Thank you for your support.
Yes, thank you to everybody who's new in town too, because we have some wonderful
Welcome to Alamogordo.
Yeah.
We have a lot of folks that just moved here. A lot of you are new to Alamogordo and new to Holloman Air Force Base, so welcome to town.
And just new to town too. They weren't all military. We got some Californians, some New Yorkers. There was somebody from
A lot of coastals.
Yeah. A lot of coast people.
Oh, Texas, San Antonio.
Yep.
Came in this week.
Yep. So it was very nice to meet all of you. Thank you so much for your support.
Yep, it's been awesome.
Yep. So, all right. So let's.
Welcome to the desert.
Yeah, welcome to the desert.
We had somebody come from Washington State.
That's
Idaho.
right. That's right.
And she was like, I was like, welcome to the desert. She goes, well, I still hide up in Cloudcroft, so.
And she was asking where the water was, and we couldn't find it for her either.
No.
So today's topic, we're going to get on with the topic.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So today's topic is a pretty important one, because this has been like a hot topic in magazines that cover kind of sleep articles. And believe me, the media is going to be covering this soon. We're trying to head this off at the pass so that way people become aware of it. Okay? There's a term I want you to be familiar with. Okay? It's called an FR sock. Do you know what an FR sock is?
Fire retardant sock.
It's a fire retardant sock.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not something that you put on your feet, right?
Well, you can. They make fire retardant socks. And pants and shirts.
Yeah, not what I'm going with. Not
And
what I'm going
helmets.
with. Yeah, definitely not what I'm going with.
But this is a fire retardant sock on your bed.
Right,
Who
on
knew
your
that
mattress.
beds even had feet?
Yep. So it's a fire retardant.
They do. They have 4 feet.
Anyways, so this topic is fire retardant socks. Okay. I'm holding an article, but I'm actually going to tell you straight from us, because I understand that the media is going to be covering this because they love the scare tactic. And I want to, and I
The
love
media?
Yeah, I know.
Wait, we're
I know.
media.
No.
we scare people?
Well, yes, you scare people all the time. You scare people all the time. So the topic is fire retardant sock, and I want to head this off at the pass because I know at some point in the near future the media is going to cover this, and it's going to be a very skewed message that's going to scare a lot of people.
I'm scared already. You better cut to the chase. You're building this up like
I know.
crazy. There's so much suspense.
That's the whole point of being
I wish
media.
I had popcorn.
Yeah,
All I
if
have
you
is
had
bread.
popcorn,
Come
it'd
on,
be better.
let's do this.
Okay, so the point of the matter is there's fiberglass in your bed. Okay?
What?
And yes, because that's what they use on the fire retardant sock.
There's fiberglass in my bed.
Yes. There's fiberglass.
Not in my bed.
They're not in your bed. No, because yours is latex. So, in a lot of beds that have poly foam, which would include memory foam, includes high density foam, stuff like that. The beds have a fire retardant sock around them. Okay, the majority of time, like I would say, 90% of the beds out there, you would never have access to this material. Okay, there's
That's
also
why you never see the inside of your bed.
right. That's why you would never see the inside of your bed. So this material is a fire retardant sock that stops your bed from lighting on fire. Let's say that there's a certain lamp or something that kicks over and it would light fire to your bed. Okay, what it does is it basically turns into a sand, and it smothers the fire, not allowing the fire to continue. Okay? There's two different materials that are used. There's definitely... Is that a good tea?
Now I see why what was going on with Dion earlier.
Are you
He
choking?
took a drink too, and it gets you right in the back because there's pepper.
Oh, yeah, because there's pepper to it.
There's some intense... This is a spicy...
Yes. All right, back
Okay,
to the
sorry.
subject. All right.
Fire goes out.
Fire goes out. It keeps your bed from burning. It's a safety thing. So this material, what they're finding in a lot of these new beds, let's say that you order a bed and it comes in a box, and you see that when you unroll it, there's a zipper on it. Okay, a lot of these box beds have zippers on them.
Some of the cheaper beds have zippers.
A lot of the cheaper beds have. I wasn't going to use that word. I wasn't going to use that word. I was going to say boxed and keep it in that realm. But no, you are right. A lot of the cheaper beds. Yeah. A lot of the cheaper beds have zippers.
More cost effective.
And
less
you
expensive.
you might think that those zippers mean that you should open that up and have access to the insides.
You could. I would think that if there's a zipper, you can take it off and wash it.
Right. Well, here's the deal. Don't.
What?
Yeah, don't.
What if the kids pee in the bed, or the dog pees on the bed, or I
Use
spill
a
some
protector.
wine?
Use a protector.
So I can't just unzip my bed?
No, I would not recommend it.
Why?
Because the fire sock is made, well, in a lot of these beds, the fire sock is made from fiberglass. Once you actually start messing with that fiberglass, let's say it breaks or something and you get a run in it, you can't fix that run, and the fiberglass flakes are flying around. So yeah. You have something to say. I know you do, because
I have a conspiracy about this whole thing.
Okay, we're going to save the aluminum hat for later.
This just makes my brain go in so many different directions.
Yeah, well, it blew my mind because this was actually warned on one of the sleep magazines that the media is going to start covering this. So we can expect this to come up. So to address this, yes, there's fiberglass in your bed. If you don't open the zipper, your bed will be fine. Okay? It's not a fiberglass that's going to breathe up through the bed. It's not anything that's going to run up through the bed like the media is going to say it is. Okay? The only way that you get access, or the only way this stuff comes out, is, guess what? If you open the zipper.
If you unzip Pandora's box.
Unzip Pandora's box, right. So, do yourself a favor. Don't unzip Pandora's box.
Don't unzip the zipper. You know how many people are going to have to see that zipper and be so compelled to unzip that?
Trust me, it's going to be...
I wouldn't be able to handle it. If there's a zipper, I'm going to unzip it.
It's a thing. So do yourself a favor, don't unzip it. Everything's falling off of you.
I don't know what's going on.
So when your bed, and I will tell you, okay, how many of our beds have zippers?
Well, only our air beds, so our
right,
instant
our number
comfort
beds,
and
right.
restorative sleep technology, or our rest beds.
Exactly. So those
but you
materials,
can open those.
You can.
I open
they're designed
it all
to.
the time.
Mm-hmm. They're designed to. These cheaper...
So that you can wash it.
These cheaper boxed beds are designed not to be opened. So do yourself a favor. If you bought online, if you didn't buy from us, if you didn't buy from any of our other stores or whatever out there, just know that that zipper's not meant to be opened unless your salesperson told you this, and hopefully your salesperson has educated themselves into the fact that, yes, this is a washable top. No, this isn't a washable top. That'll be the difference right there. So please know, and don't be scared when the media jumps on this, because there's going to be stories about these horrible things that this fiberglass does to the human body, but none of it's true, because you have to actually open your mattress in order for it to affect you.
Don't eat it.
Don't eat your mattress. It's like
you know
the
you
Tide
have
Pods.
to say that nowadays.
It's like the Tide Pods, yeah.
It's not a cake.
So that was the topic for today. I hope
Now,
you
wait
got
a bit.
something
What
out
if
of
you're
it.
jumping on the bed?
If you're jumping on the bed with the fire sock, then you're going to get fire sock fragments in your feet.
But not if you are jumping on the bed with it zipped up.
But not if you're jumping on it zipped up.
It doesn't come through.
It doesn't come through. Are you with me?
I'm still on the suspicious whole side of all of this, but
Put on the aluminum hat, just spill it, because otherwise you can't swallow it, and then it's going to just be there on the tip of your tongue the rest of the show. What is the aluminum hat part?
I don't know, but I'm working on something really good here.
Oh, it's brewing.
It's kind of like
brewing.
the Chinese seeds.
Oh, okay. The Chinese seeds. Alrighty. Okay. So now we're gonna move on to our next, what do you call it? Our next section, our next segment of the show, and that is our Q&A. And these are questions that you've asked throughout the week. These are fresh questions. These are questions that we kind of would sit around normally and talk about and come up with answers together as a team and cover them in our conference calls. And we'd like to answer them with you. What is going on with you?
What is this stuff in this cup?
Turmeric, pepper, all kinds of really cool stuff that is a really good herbal tea for you.
It looks like split pea soup.
It does, but it's yummy. Isn't it, Dion?
Yes, it is.
See, even Dion likes it. Mm-hmm. All right, so what makes a soy candle better than a regular candle? I saw something about carcinogens in your write-up about the candles. So is there something that causes cancer?
And paraffins.
Ooh. Okay.
And fragrances.
And fragrances. Yes. Okay, go for it.
And sometimes natural flavors.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So our candles here are by Milk House Candle Company, and they are all soy, paraffin free. There's no paraffin wax in them.
There is beeswax.
Mm-hmm. There is beeswax. That's a happy wax. And there's happy bees involved in all of that, and the scents are super natural, because I'm really sensitive to a lot of those, like my allergies and my asthma, and these candles do not trigger that. They're kind of a light scent.
Yeah, they're not super heavy, but I will tell you that when we burn, like this month's candle of the month is called Garden Zucchini, right?
Yes, right here.
When she burns the candle of the month now, it actually, one candle will smell up the whole store, but it's such a super light fragrance that it's super clean.
It's awesome.
So, yeah.
So you walk in our door, it smells so wonderful in here, and people are like, oh, this store smells so good. And it kind of lingers, but it's not overwhelming.
Well, I always tell them it's because I use soap today.
Except for the coffee one. When we were burning the coffee one, I couldn't handle it, because I was like, we got to go out, and I made everybody go get coffee.
Constantly.
I was like, we were drinking coffee at 4 p.m. because it smelled like a coffee shop in here.
It was wonderful. Yeah,
was
that
awesome.
month was
So,
that one was my favorite.
We have fabulous candles to choose from. We got different sizes. We even have the small milk houses, and we even have the melts. Those are big squares of the melts, and they last. One melt lasts me an entire week.
Yeah, you've been using them. Yeah.
I love them.
Okay.
So it's wonderful. It makes the house smell so nice.
So what is that about carcinogens though? What?
I think it's when the wax is burned and it gets up in the air and you breathe it. So that paraffin wax, and it creates these little droplets in the air, and then you breathe it in, and there's chemicals involved in the setting of the candles to make them set. So there's a whole bunch of chemical reactions going on there. And then the fragrances, if they're a chemical fragrance and they're not naturally derived, then that can also, we absorb everything in our environment on an atomic level and molecular level, all kinds of stuff. So
be careful of your candles.
You are filling up your house with a bunch of, like, bad stuff if you're adding all that to your house.
Yep. So remember, Milk House.
They make great
Yeah.
gifts.
Yeah.
They're
This was
perfect welcome home gifts.
this was like a
birthday
commercial
gifts.
segment, but it wasn't meant to.
It's always meant to. This whole thing is a big long commercial.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just information. All right, next
It's
question.
an informative commercial.
Informative. Next question is. Oh, this is a familiar question. We've had this asked several times, but we will go ahead and go with this. My husband is 6'4".
That's a tall guy.
Without him being here, what type of mattress would we need to be on? What would be the best bed just knowing that info? Okay, so this is a common question because sometimes the spouse doesn't want to come into the store.
No, it's a very unpleasant experience for some people. I try to
Yeah.
make it as pleasant as possible, but
Yeah.
it's uncomfortable for most.
Right. So sometimes the one spouse will send another spouse and say, "I don't care. You just pick whatever." Well, those customers, they end up being kind of shocked because like our goal is to educate them. So we'll go through the whole education on how to shop for the bed and what the right feel is and everything. And by the time you're done, you realize that, oh, maybe I did need my husband here. I mean, that happens to us all the time. So we do try to answer that question like, oh, my husband's this big and, you know, we like this kind of bed. But once we actually go through the sales spiel, it's like...
Well, I would definitely start with a California King.
At 6'4"? Yes. Yeah,
So
I
you're
wouldn't
gonna-
go anything less.
We want to go California King. You lose a little bit of the width, but you gain 4 inches at the bottom of the bed. Okay, so there's a little bit snugglier, but you've got more length.
Okay.
Okay, so that's good. Then I would have to just ask some questions on sleep profiles and how does he sleep? Are there any issues, chronic pains, back issues, surgeries, those kinds of things that would cause them to really get uncomfortable on certain types of mattresses. So
Yep.
that's where I would start. But
Okay.
definitely, if you are really tall, California King is the way to go.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think California King is just longer but not slimmer. But yeah, no, it's slimmer and a little bit longer. It's perfect for the taller person. Yep. Okay. So, like in that situation, would you encourage them to come in? How would you politically or not diplomatically?
We
How would
don't
you?
get into politics
No,
here.
how would you diplomatically? That was the word I was looking for.
That
How would
can
you?
go south real fast.
Really quick. How would you diplomatically tell them to bring their spouse in?
We got good candy bars. Can I lure them to the store with candy?
She literally does that.
I'll give them a
Wha-
free candy bar if they come in.
We're all laughing, but yeah, she does that, and it's worked.
It has worked. Sometimes I'm like, hey, I dress up like a unicorn on Fridays. Swing by.
Yeah, she just does that too. But anyways, okay, so yeah, we encourage you that we encourage both you and your spouse to come into the store. Yes, it is possible, but I
It
would
is like
really,
it's like no other store you've ever been in.
yeah, I would really encourage you to just both of you come in, not just one of you.
It's
Okay.
important. But if not, we have a 30-day comfort guarantee. So for instance, say you purchase a bed and you take it home, your partner and you can sleep on the bed for 30 days and 30 nights, okay? If you have one of our protectors and it's on the receipt with the purchase, then after, third or fourth week, if it's not working for them, we can exchange it for a different firmness or another one in the store or
Right.
refund you. So we do build that in. Very rarely does it ever happen because we ask enough questions ahead of time that we can actually fit you to the ideal mattress for your sleep profile. And very rarely do we even ever have to
There's
do
never
that.
rushing. Never rushing.
No.
That's the thing. Yeah, she actually had a customer in here that was here all morning. So yeah, there's never rushing. Yeah. Okay. The last question is, why do you charge for delivery? Okay.
That's a good one because sometimes that comes down to a contingency point there at the end.
Yeah. So I'm going to tell you why we charge for delivery. First off, our guys are paid per delivery. And then somebody's going to say, well, why don't you absorb that cost? Well, that's because we run a very tight margin ship, and our pricing is actually a very fair price. So you're not going to see us X out the price to make a fake price, so that way we can give you a fake discount. No, our pricing is actually quite fair. On top of that, when the guys go into your home, they literally will take your old mattress, break down your old frame, build your new frame, put the new foundations in there, put the new mattress in there, take the old mattress out, take all the old materials out, and take it away. It's part of the service. It saves you about, I would say it saves you about 2 hours worth of time. Our guys get it done, which I am one of our guys. Our guys get it done in 30-40 minutes. Okay? Dion's behind the camera saying it takes me an hour because I talk too much. I'm just friendly, right? Right? I'm just friendly. That's what it is. But anyway, so no, our deliveries, we're in and out of your house about 30-45 minutes, but we really do a lot for that service. That's why there's a charge for deliveries.
Didn't say that.
One of the things that I always tell our customers is that we don't... Okay, so some companies will say free delivery, and they promise you free delivery, but actually that cost is worked into their margins.
Right.
So they carry a higher margin over their cost to cover for deliveries,
right,
to pay their delivery drivers. So even though you don't see it itemized on your list of your receipt, you are being charged for it somewhere else within your products, because nothing in this world is free. And
sometimes it's quite more expensive than the amounts we charge. So yeah.
Yes. So you want to keep track of that. Now we like to just be up in front, shoot straight with you, and itemize everything so that you know exactly what you're paying for.
Yeah. Sometimes it bites us in the butt, because they see it and they're like, well, what is this? And we have to explain it. But yeah, we would really be honest.
Once it's explained, yeah, they understand it.
Yep. Okay, so it is time for break time, so that way this poor woman can eat some food.
I ate so fast.
I want to show you all the food. Excuse me.
You can't see it because I have it hidden behind my glove.
So we've got walnuts. We've got some kind of mixture here that looks like honey.
That's my fancy
honey.
Oh,
it is honey. And then we have her bread. I'm not going to touch her bread. And then we have her bread. She eats like, she eats a lot.
Well, I have to eat a lot frequently.
Yeah,
but see, if I line it all up here, you can't really see it because it's an illusion.
Oh, that's what it is.
It's an optical illusion.
Yeah. All right, break time so she can grab a bite. We'll see you in a little bit.
Bye.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Melanie with Live Well, and I just received a super awesome package. The UPS delivery guy just came by, and this is like Christmas for me. I am super excited. So last week we featured a new item video with our friend Ruben from Pure Care, and he filled us with so much information that our heads just exploded about the possibilities of having a cool night sleep system, your sheets, Tencel, your mattress protectors. And then Ruben started talking to me about a really magical fabric that I can't even completely describe right now because it sounds completely out of this world magical technology. What we're talking about in here is inside of this box, and I am super excited to share this with you. So let's see what magic is in here. So I'm gonna open this up. And thank you, Ruben, for sending this over. I'm so excited, I don't even have words for how excited I am. Ooh, look at that. It's even pink, it matches my shirt. All right, so clear this off. Ooh, we can take all of this, and I'm gonna give it to Gretch because she likes to chase Javier around with those. And so in this first box, it looks like we have the Celliant premium sheets. These are performance fibers. Ooh, and they are for my bed. I'm going to give them a test trial. These are clinically tested Celliant fibers for recovery. Super excited about this. And this is going to be the mattress protector made out of Celliant as well. Now Celliant, ooh, we got another second box before I go forward. Let's check out this big one here. What's in here? What could it possibly be? You gotta always cut away from you. And as any good Boy Scout or Girl Scout, you gotta always close your knife. Proper knife etiquette. There we go. That one was for my buddies in Boy Scouts. All right. Oh, and it looks like we got a second set as well. So our buddy Ruben really hooked us up here with this material. Now this material caught my attention because Ruben was telling me that this is what our top athletes are using for recovery. Even the racehorses right now, this material is woven into their blankets to help them recover. And everybody that knows me knows I love racehorsing and stuff like that. So this material is designed to take your own infrared energy, like if you were looking at an infrared camera and that all those colorful things that you see there on the screen, that energy is going to be stored inside of this fabric, and then it goes back into your body. It goes back into your own cells, and it promotes circulation, healing, and recovery. And it also says that it can perform, or it can increase your performance and promote a restful night's sleep. So super excited about this. I'm going to learn everything I possibly can about Pure Care's Salient Sheets, and then I will report back to you. And we're going to talk about it in Fishbowl coming up, and we're also going to do a new item video specifically on this. I'm so excited! Yay! That was a little bit more like this.
These teas do not mix. We're back. Hi.
I don't know what happened here. It's a little intense.
I didn't wash the cups in between the servings of tea, and they're nasty. Yeah. So don't mix your teas.
I don't think it's nasty. I just think it's an acquired taste.
It's nasty. Don't mix your teas. Always rinse out your cups.
You just gotta add some more honey.
No, honey won't save this. Honey saves everything except for this. This is a mixture of like 5 different teas that should have been washed out.
I like it.
You would.
Very tasty.
All right, so it's time for Mel's Crazy Hypothetical Question.
Apostrophe.
I paused.
A fee.
I'm not paying you for this.
Okay, the other day, Lyle came in here, and I showed him videos of me dressed like Minnie Mouse. And in my spacesuit. And he's like, he's watching, and he's just staring at the screen. And then I was like, so what do you think? What do you think? And he's like, I think you shouldn't let them do this to you. It's not worth it.
Is that why you're not in costume today?
No, I'm not in costume today. Because John bought me this awesome dress. Look how cute it is.
It's a very cute dress,
it's
yes.
Very, very awesome. So,
yes.
This is a gift from John.
Very, very cute.
And
she's been wearing it all day. It's been very red in here.
Yeah, and my earrings are getting, the longer this COVID-19 business goes on, and this whatever we're going on in, the bigger my earrings are getting.
Oh, is that how this works?
Because my mask covers my face up, so I feel like I'm just getting bigger and bigger earrings.
You realize I'm looking at you in shock, right?
No.
Okay.
So yeah, Lyle was like, Melanie, I don't think you should let them do this to you.
Thanks, Lyle.
I had to break it to Lyle, and I was like, man, they're not putting me up to anything. This is just who I am. This is just how I roll. And he's like...
And he judged you just the same as I'm judging you right now.
There was
I'm sure he is.
Judgment. And then he shook his head and was like, I don't know about her.
Yep.
That was one of those... those Muppets. Like Gretchen and I at the beginning of that one show, we were like, yep.
All right, so it's time for Mel's Crazy.
Apostrophe
Hypothetical question.
Man,
yes.
I've really...
Okay, let's do this. This is my favorite part of the show. I don't know if you guys can tell.
Did you notice my salt rock?
I did, but I was trying to ignore it.
I bet everybody out there noticed it.
Oh, I'm sure that everybody out there noticed it. You'll also notice whose side of the table it's on.
Well, yeah, but all the cool kids have salt rocks like that.
Oh,
This
really?
glowing Himalayan salt rock.
Name another cool kid.
Joe Rogan.
Ew. He's the master of cool kids.
Hey, he interviewed Elon Musk.
He did interview Elon
I want
Musk.
to interview Elon. I have a dog named after Elon.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
Can we get on with the hypothetical? Because this is my favorite part of the show. This literally is why I look forward to Fridays.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So.
Hang on. I gotta prepare it. These hypotheticals are sometimes really hard.
Okay. So. You've been giving me a hard time about my aluminum hat.
Yes, an aluminum hat.
Because you think that I have these weird conspiracies, which, I'm sorry, are not that far-fetched.
I don't think you have weird
I
conspiracies.
think a lot of people are in the same thought pattern and wavelength as I am.
I know you have weird conspiracies.
No, they're not
Okay,
weird at all.
okay,
They're
keep
normal.
going. Yes, uh-huh.
But I've really been thinking about this, and I think it really just comes down to, like in the Matrix, and it's like, what pill are you going to take? The red pill or the blue pill?
The red.
So what pill? So just imagine we're in the Matrix,
We're in the Matrix.
and you take a red pill or a blue pill
Red pill with the aluminum hat.
with Morpheus. He's standing there. You're standing there with Morpheus, and then all of a sudden, you're transported into the Matrix, and you're like, holy cow,
Okay.
I'm here,
I'm there.
right?
Right. Who's to say we're not in the Matrix?
Well, we are in the Matrix.
Okay.
And they have this thing called Neuralink happening.
Okay, gotcha.
For those of you that don't know what Neuralink is, they put this microchip inside of a pig's brain.
Yep, it's amazing.
It's amazing. Then they got it into a chimp's brain, and the monkey is now playing a video game
Yep. And the pig is
with
communicating.
its brain.
And the pig is communicating, asking for crackers or something like that. Yeah.
I don't know about the crackers part.
No, it happened. Yeah.
Okay, well, I know that the monkey is running a video game with its brain now.
Okay. All right.
Well, the next step is they're going to put these Neuralinks in our brains.
Ooh, I don't like that.
Oh, I do. There's going to be so many uses.
Okay. I
Okay.
still don't like it.
All right, so you have your Neuralink. All right,
I do?
and you join in AI because it's going to be the
Okay.
link between humans and AI.
Okay.
All right, I hope I haven't lost the audience.
So it's going to be artificial intelligence with a Neuralink.
Yeah, we're in the Matrix.
We're in the Matrix.
But just like in the Matrix, where you could download a special something, like whatever you wanted to do.
Like, oh, when Neo rides a motorcycle, he like automatically knows how to ride a motorcycle because it's downloaded. Okay.
Right. You can just download some sort of
Okay.
amazing thing. You don't even have to learn it. You don't have to take a class. You just download it, just like you download an app on your device.
Okay.
Because your device is now implanted into your brain,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, your device that's supposed to be muted that just right now made a noise.
Oh, that's because I just got a notification.
Okay.
I loved that.
I don't know if you guys
so
noticed,
cool.
but the whole goal of the show is to educate you, but it's also to make her not be able to talk through her laughter. And I achieve it every episode.
Okay, so
Okay.
we are, yeah. What ability would you instantly download? What would be the first thing you download with your new Neuralink device?
What would be the first thing that I
what
download?
it does is see, I'm having to use way too many words right now.
You're using a lot of words.
I'm using way too many words to convey my thought process. But in the future, in the very new future, and we're talking maybe 10, 15 years from now, we're all going to just be able to communicate through these Neuralink devices through a Wi-Fi connection, and we're just going to be able to... Elon talks about it all the time. So, what's the first thing you're going to learn when you get your new Neuralink in 10 years?
I'm going to learn how to teach you how to have better hypothetical questions.
No, that doesn't... That was a fabulous question. There's nothing wrong with my question. That is
Okay.
so high intelligence that it's above your intelligence level to even comprehend what I'm saying. Right now.
Whoa.
But there are people out there that know exactly what I'm talking
So
about.
what would I download to my Neuralink first?
Yeah, what do you want to do? What have you always wanted to do, but you can't do it?
I don't have an answer. There's nothing that I can't do, so I don't know. There's nothing I can't learn. There's nothing. I mean, really, I'm one of those that doesn't
Can
believe
you
in
speak
limitations.
Mandarin?
I could learn Mandarin. I
We
guess
don't have enough
you know
time
what?
to learn
You're right.
Mandarin.
You and I were talking about taking lessons. That's what I would. No. I wouldn't learn another language. I would learn. Oh, you know what? I've always wanted to learn how to competitive swim.
Okay.
That's what it is. I would want to learn how to competitive
You're
swim.
going to download a competitive swimming.
Yes,
Who was that guy that was like a fish not too long ago?
Michael Phelps.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. See, I want to
That was
learn
like
how to
2
competitive
decades
swim.
ago.
Yes, I want to learn how to competitive swim. Because in Alamogordo there's so much water, and I always want to jump into it, and I never know how to swim. I know how to dog paddle.
I'm sorry to break it to you, but I'm afraid that even if you downloaded the ability to swim, I don't know if you could physically swim like that. You're just not built like Michael Phelps.
I'm not asking to swim as fast as Michael Phelps. I'm asking to be able to swim competitively.
But I don't think I think you're still going to be on
I
the
think you're wrong.
sidelines.
I'm built like a dogfish.
Okay. So, moving on.
So what would you learn?
I would definitely learn all the languages.
I'd be a fat porpoise. Beep, beep, beep. Beep. Beep, beep.
He's trying to trigger me into saying something.
I'm trying to.
I'm just going to stay on the linguistics. I would download every single
Beep.
known language,
Beep, beep.
and
Beep.
including whale,
Uh-huh.
and including like droids, so I could speak like C-3PO.
That'd be amazing.
And R2-D2. Oh well, C-3PO he actually speaks language, but R2-D2. So I would do droid and every Earth language
Okay.
and every space language.
That'd be amazing.
I would just become a translator.
That'd be awesome. I would competitive swim.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
would think about competitive swimming, but you wouldn't actually compete.
I'd be amazing.
You know, I breed really fast dogs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some of them think they can run.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
all of them are built to run.
I'm pretty sure I'm a good swimmer.
All right, let's go
All
on.
right.
What happens after this?
All right. So in our next section
What
is
are we doing next?
what we learned this week.
Happening.
What we learned this week.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. It's kind of how we close the show every week. We've only done 22 episodes.
This is the worst part of the show because I get to this. I've learned so much that I don't know what I've learned. That's where a Neuralink would come in real handy. I could just like re-download and reassess my thoughts within seconds.
Yeah, Hypothetical was left behind. Let's go with what did we learn this week? What'd you learn this week?
That walnuts look like your brain
Okay.
matter.
Okay.
They're in the same shape as your brain, and they're really good for your brain.
They are. Okay. Tell me all about that.
So if I
This
had
is
a
my
Neuralink-
intrigue. This is my intrigued look. Look.
Okay.
I'm intrigued.
Without looking at my notes, high in antioxidants.
Ooh.
They are a brain superfood.
They're a brain superfood.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And they are good for all kinds of stuff. They're a great source of protein.
Okay.
They are excellent if you have type 2 diabetes for regulating blood sugar or if you're diabetic. And they also can reduce inflammation. That's the big thing for me. They support great microbiome gut health inside of there because it
Very
feeds
cool.
all of the good stuff.
Very cool.
And they can help reduce your risk of certain cancers.
Ooh. Okay.
Fantastic food, super digestible. Walnuts are an amazing source of everything. I think everyone should eat more walnuts, unless you're allergic to walnuts, and then maybe that might be
Maybe
not
not
good
eat that. Yeah.
advice.
Maybe not.
so,
So.
maybe not everyone should eat walnuts, but
So walnuts. Is that why you didn't share them with me? Because you wanted to be like
Well,
one brain level above?
just don't put your hand in there.
Yeah. No, I'm not
You
going
want some?
to. No, I don't want any.
I can
You already
do
hurt
like
my
this.
feelings. You think I want some? My
You
feelings
can
are
have
hurt.
some, but
Look,
I don't want
my
your.
feeling is hurt.
I don't want your microbiotic whatever's in there. Sorry. This whole pandemic, I was a germaphobe before all of this happened. I think it's gotten out of hand.
I think it's getting worse. I do. So about that aluminum hat.
I'm still wearing an N95.
About that aluminum hat. All right. So what I learned this week, I learned that shipping is about to get even worse.
Oh.
Did you hear about this?
Oh, that was Monday. I learned on that on Monday.
Yeah. So what's
That was
happened
ridiculous. What in the heck?
in the tech sector of China? There's been another
Yangtze?
outbreak.
Yanting.
Yeah, something like that. Anyways, there
I think
is
it's
a
Yanting.
Yeah, there's an outbreak of COVID. They've closed the
At the shipping port.
ports. Yeah, at the shipping ports. So they've closed that. So there's overhead pictures of like over 100,000 containers that are.
Bing, bing, bing.
Did you catch that, Dion? Dion's taking mad notes. Like he's our cameraman that's back there writing constantly.
This is an aerial view of the shipyard.
Yeah, this is an aerial view of the shipyard. This is
like another Suez Canal blockage.
well, this is
Kinda.
everybody's Christmas product because this is the tech area, the tech port for Chinese products. So this is your Christmas gift waiting on this dock. Ding.
How convenient.
It's totally convenient. Anyways, so that's one thing I learned. The other thing I learned is that Mel's germophobia is getting maybe a slight tinge worse, but we're working on that. We're working on that.
How did you learn that? What did I do?
I don't know. That aluminum hat's just been on all week long. She really does have an aluminum hat. You guys think I'm joking. When are you bringing the aluminum hat on?
Well, I guess now that you've mentioned it, I'm going to have to bring it in next week.
Oh.
I'm finishing it up because I'm adding a couple layers because, this whole blockage, this whole shutdown again, and the container stuff and it's Christmas stuff, I just think that's all just so convenient.
Yeah. Anyways. So I learned that. I also learned that you can't run a business and be the full-time delivery driver at the same time.
I think they're distracting us from other things.
Yeah, we were past that subject now.
Did you hear about all the earthquakes that are happening?
Oh, yeah, there's a whole bunch of earthquakes happening around Mount Hood. Yeah.
And the Mexican border.
I didn't hear that one. That's not
I was talking to you about it. There's all this activity
yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah.
down on the southern border of California and Mexico.
Yeah. I wasn't putting two and two together. Because we had talked about California, but yeah, you're right. It's right along the border. Yeah.
I think they're blowing up tunnels.
I think it is the tunnels. I think they're just making more.
Did you know Elon Musk has this thing that goes
the boring,
underneath?
yeah. The boring company.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'm sure he's...
Not boring as in like you're going to fall asleep boring.
Yeah.
But boring as in like digging company.
Not like you during my conference calls? Like this?
That's because they happen way too early in the morning.
It's 9:30 in the morning.
That's still way too early. Nothing should happen before 10.
And with that, we're going to call this a show. We will see you next week when Mel premieres...
Yeah. I got through all my notes.
You sure? Mm-hmm. You done? Okay. And we'll see you next week when Mel premieres her special hat and special theories.
I'm so excited about it.
And we have a new segment starting next week called Stump the Chump.
Stump the Chump is coming. Oh, and before we forget, today is a new national holiday. Or actually, it's going to be today because it's tomorrow. We're in the future. We're recording this on Friday.
So Juneteenth.
Juneteenth is now a national holiday. And a bunch of our service members got an extra day off. And some people got a day off. So.
They were very appreciative of it. So, yeah. Mm-hmm.
New national holiday.
Yep. All right. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.